So I'm sure that you're quite curious with that thumbnail and what's it mean. Right off the bat, I can't say that I'm getting rid of Kylie. It's not something that's going to be immediate, but do understand that this car was never meant to be put in the position that it is in. It was 2014, and around October-ish, I decided that I was going to get a better job, and because I didn't have any bills yet, I didn't have credit card bills or I mean, I had car insurance, but I didn't have a car payment or anything like that. Work a shit ton, save up for a car that I would enjoy having for the rest of my life as a toy, and consistently work on it and modify it and just make it mine entirely. I had three options. My first option was a Nissan 350Z. I played a lot of Need for Speed Underground 2, which also had the green Nissan 350Z with like the purple dragon. That one girl drove it, and the first time I ever saw that car in that video game, I was just like astounded at how good that car looked. Even during like Tokyo Drift, seeing the 350Z that DK had, just like him rolling with a pack of 350Zs, and those being like super cool drift cars, wide body, crazy, paint jobs and shit. I really liked that car. I don't know if a lot of you guys are gonna remember this. More than likely you will. There was a game called Need for Speed Most Wanted that came out. A driver named Izzy, and she had a Mazda RX-8 Shinka edition. It was silver with these black hands that went up the side and just looked so menacing. Had some red detail on it. It just looked astounding. In 2012, in my senior year, the Subaru BRZ and Scion FRS came out. And at that point, I was in love with the car. And I kind of imagined the BRZ and the FRS as, this demon love child between the two. I knew that I wanted a car in either white, black, or silver because I'd already had colored cars. I don't like them. So let's hop back to 2014 when I decided I was gonna get a better job and start saving up to get one of these cars as my next car, because the current one that I had was falling apart fast and I needed something different, but I needed something that I would love if I was gonna have a car payment. I was essentially just gonna save up, and then when one came around the Louisville area, an RX-8 350Z, BRZ, or FRS in white, silver, or black, and it was at a good price, used, I was gonna grab one. Unfortunately, my plans had drastically changed when the axle of my Volkswagen the inner boot had disconnected from the driveline, and all the bearings came out of it, and this all happened while I was on the highway. At that point, I was like, I'm fucking done. I need a car now. I changed my mindset. I'm like, okay, this is obviously not possible right now. I don't have time to wait. None of these cars are around me. I couldn't find any of these cars remotely close to how I wanted them. And if I did find one, they were not taken care of in the slightest. Found out about the Forte Coupes and found one. When I bought this car, my ideas shifted from, okay, I'll just buy this in the meantime, finish school, and then get a cool car later. But instead, I found myself making a YouTube channel based on cars, which is tough to do with this car for a couple of reasons. I've already said in a previous video that it's tough to get parts for this car, and it's tough to get an audience with this car. People don't care about Kias as far as modifying the car scene world. Yes, I love this car because it's an underdog and not a lot of people are modifying it. I love this car because it looks great. I love this car because it's dependable, and I've had it, and it was the first car that I bought solely by myself. And unfortunately, I think that's going to be coming to an end here soon. I'm back down to my original 3. I've always loved the way the RX-8 looks. Plus, it has suicide doors. That's just cool as fuck. For the 350, I would be looking for a touring edition because it comes with the leather seats. I'm pretty sure that's the right edition. Gets the leather seats, all the tech, and all that bullshit. The third and final option is a BRZ, which again is my favorite out of all 3 since it has come out. It's tough to say what I would do with those cars when I don't have them, whichever one comes first is what I'm going to get. Whichever one I can find with decently low mileage, that's been very well taken care of, and whichever one comes in a manual transmission. And if it comes in any of those colors, it's an automatic go. But right now, I'm going to continue modifying Kylie with the fullest intention that I've had. And if one of those cars do come along, I'm gonna get one of those cars. It's a tough decision. Don't get me wrong, I love Kylie. I love having this car. But at the same time, as far as having a car to modify, it wasn't my first choice. With that being said, give the video a huge thumbs up, subscribe, peace out. I'll see you next time.